What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on the amazing play of Nikita Kucherov in the 2016 Stanley Cup playoffs. Obviously last night Tampa went up 3-2 in their series against the Penguins, and had the opportunity to close the series out in Tampa in Game 6. But Nikita Kucherov's playing out of his mind. He's got 11 goals in the playoffs, 19 points in 15 games. Just really doing some amazing things. Led Tampa in scoring this year, and it was just amazing, all year round. And now the question I think that needs to be asked, and this is a legitimate question: is his play making Steven Stamkos expendable? Now, to talk about a 60-goal scorer as being expendable, it's not something you can just throw out there. Oh yeah, we don't need him anymore. But Kucherov's a restricted free agent this summer. He's gonna want to get paid, and there's a finite number of cap space. I think right now with what they're doing without Stamkos, during the season, how well Kucherov is playing, I'm like, yeah, well, teams got to key in on Stammer, and it's like, yeah, but he's doing just as well without number 91 in the lineup. So you really got to look at it as, if you let Stamkos walk, which is a very, very, very difficult decision to make if you're Steve Yzerman, can Kucherov and the guys you keep, Palat, Johnson, obviously Drew Hand, we've talked about him ad nauseum, can they offset the difference, with splitting the... I mean, because it is the thing, if you re-sign Stamkos to that massive contract that he wants, guys like Kucherov, cuts got to get made somewhere. You got to fish your cut bait somewhere with these with some of these players, and, trade them, get some assets back, but you're not going to fully replicate that productivity. So it becomes like, now what do I do? So I think if I was Yzerman, and this is the first time I'm going to say this all year, I'd be fine with Stamkos going to the highest bidder. I'm not going to say I wouldn't try to re-sign him, because, again, guys that score 60 goals don't grow on trees. But if that opens up the cap space, you need to keep Kucherov and Tyler Johnson around, not to mention Victor Hedman, who's an unrestricted free agent next year. Tyler Johnson's restricted, Palat's restricted next year, and again, Kucherov's restricted this year. If that helps keep those guys in the fold, especially if they beat Pittsburgh and go to the final without Stamkos. I said it's the Ewing theory personified, and we're starting to see that. And again, I'm not trying to discredit what Stamkos is as a player and how elite he is, but at the same time, it's like, you gotta sometimes make these tough decisions as an NHL general manager, and I think if you're Steve Yzerman, this is one of those choices you're gonna make. And again, Kucherov's phenomenal to watch. He's always been a good scorer going back to his junior days and prior to that when he was with CSKA Moscow. So we'll see how it all shakes itself up, but definitely a situation to keep an eye on, regardless of what happens to Tampa in the conference final / Stanley Cup final. That's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the playoffs and beyond. Later, guys.